Hello Capricorn, welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. My name is Paul. If Capricorn is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your tarot card reading. Remember to hit the like button, leave a comment, consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. If there is anything you would like me to pray over or meditate upon or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now, this is going to be a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger, and I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I might provide. And remember, Capricorn, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. And here we've got a 9 of Wands, strength, power, right? Where does power come from? Where does strength come from? I feel like this is your willpower. I think you're somebody that commits to things and follows through. You keep your promises. You're somebody who kind of does not agree to something unless you know that you're going to be able to follow through. You're not making empty promises. You're not telling people what they want to hear. You're okay with saying no to something if you're honest with yourself and you know that you're not going to be able to follow through with it, to keep your word, right? It takes a lot for you to break a promise, you know. So I feel like there's something right now that's requiring your commitment in this way, and it's something that's almost like Spirit saying, remember, you promised, right? So I kind of feel like this is our commitment to something that maybe we've forgotten about, maybe we figured we weren't needed anymore, or we figured it wasn't something that was happening. But I feel like this is something that we've committed ourselves to, and now it's really time to show up. Yeah. You have also a very strong connection with your psychic state. Okay, this card shows the sun and the moon conjoined, and that's where power comes from. Power comes from you knowing yourself. Power comes from knowing who we are inside. Okay, so because you have this illumination of yourself, of your soul and psyche, it's enabling you to really have that kind of willpower in the external world, which means that you know yourself well enough that I'm not going to agree to that because I know I'm not going to do it, you know? And I think that this is intense self-knowledge, and that's where willpower comes from. I think that you've built up willpower over your life, you know? I think that you're a person of integrity. You're a person that keeps their word. So let's see, what is that word, right? 3 of Pentacles, okay. Maybe this was a commitment that we made to participate in some kind of a group effort. This is some really good Capricorn energy too, by the way, the 3 of Pentacles now. The 3 of Pentacles is that it's a work commitment, right? This is Mars in Capricorn. So this is kind of saying that, hey, it's kind of time to pay the piper. It's time to show up and do it, you know. That we promise something and it's kind of like, oh, that's today? Oh dear, okay. And I think that, well, you're gonna show up and you're gonna do it. This could be you promised somebody you'd help them move if they ever move, right? And it's been years, and finally now they're saying, hey, I'm moving. You're like, oh, okay. This is that effort. Now, when I say work, I don't mean something that you do for money or your career. It could be these things, but work on this channel, for me, what I talk about it is anything that we're burning calories doing. Whatever you're putting effort into, right? On a regular basis or semi-regular basis or not a regular basis. Work is work. And I don't care how old you are. I don't care if you're in school, if you're retired, if you stay home, you know, it doesn't matter to me. You work. You are a hard worker. And I think that you know what it takes to do a good job. You're somebody that, again, you're not going to commit to something unless you know that you can follow through with it. And you're not going to commit to something if you don't think you can do it right. It's not right when the job is done. The job is done when it's right. when it's finished. Yeah. So if this is something that takes a month or a year to do, you're committed. You're doing it, right? And I don't know what exactly this is. I feel like it's kind of a group thing. I feel like this is, I don't know. I feel like there are friends around you, maybe friends that have kind of gotten your commitment to something, and now this is the time where this is going to start coming about. It could be a work thing. It could be friends, could be family. Okay, we need a couple more cards to see how this might play out. But this card, the name of this card is work, right? I also feel as if you have a very strict sense of discipline for yourself. I feel like you are. I feel like you're very firm in your life. Like you have maybe a very rigid discipline as far as your own like exercise routine or your diet, exercise, maybe a yoga routine. I feel like you have, maybe it's like a morning routine that you do. But I feel like there's something that's very orderly. There's something that you have been kind of in this very committed routine. And maybe it feels like a physical thing, like physical improvement or commitment. Maybe it's the discipline of a sport or a martial art. But it kind of feels like something that you do at home, like in the morning, like your own kind of wellness routine. Yeah. Anyway, let's see what the card is underneath everything. Hanged Man. The Hanged Man is, it's one thing is its perspective. So we could look at this situation in two ways, and it looks as if the Hanged Man is kind of looking at things in a mirror way, right? They could be standing up, but they're kind of looking at it from underneath, looking up this way, right? Rather than being up at the top and looking down on something. So really, this tells me that you're a very humble person. Yeah, Hanged Man underneath the surface, and I think that this is really your almost your joy for the opportunity to be part of something. Okay. Now, I don't know that you're just helping your friend move or something. I mean, that could be it. But I feel like you're honored to be included. You're honored that you were asked to be part of something. Okay. And I think that a lot of people would look at this situation and think, I don't know why. And I've been there. I promised somebody, oh yeah, we'll go do that. Yeah, just call me up when you're ready and I'll be there. And then the next week or the next month where they call and they say, hey, yeah, let's do it. And it's like, I really don't want to do it, you know? I feel like you have a certain eagerness to, and then that's Mars and Capricorn, right? This is really your driving force. I feel like the Three of Pentacles really is one of your power cards. We're not going to ring the bell because it's not an official power card, but it really is showing your power. Okay, and so we have the fire and earth combination here with the Nine of Wands and the Three of Pentacles, showing that this is something that really you want to do this. You know, that you're excited for this, and maybe it's just kind of a group a trip, a sporting event, or a group outing, or some kind of a challenging. I don't know, you're going rafting or you're going climbing or something like this, where it doesn't necessarily have to be just helping somebody do something, but it feels like it's a group expedition or excursion of some kind. And I think some people would look at it and be like, oh man, I don't know why I ever agreed to that, because now today it's a Sunday or whatever and I don't want to do it. I feel like this is not you. I feel like you look at these things and you're blessed. You feel blessed for the opportunity to be part of this. Yeah. And I feel like this is also your compassion. I feel like the Hanged Man here is your kind of willingness to give people the shirt off your back. You know, especially your friends, your loved ones, and whatever you got going on personally. Somebody calls you and says they need you. I feel like you're there. You know. And sometimes this is even to a fault, because I think sometimes, Capricorn, you tend to overextend yourself. You tend to give too much of yourself, and there's not a lot of energy left over for you. So this could be also a reminder not to overextend yourself, not to deplete yourself. Right? This is sometimes the card of suffering, of punishment even. So it's kind of like, we put ourselves in a rather detrimental situation, we overextend ourselves and then we're kind of in a bind, right? And so I think this is something that you're aware of too. But I feel like the perspective of this project is very, very important to you. You're looking at it not as if it is taking away from something else that you're doing, but you're looking at this as, wow, this is really an opportunity to either to grow or to be of service, to help out, to demonstrate my compassion, to really express my care for everybody, or to participate in something with this group that really is going to bring you a lot of joy too. Yeah. So it's not a punishment, it is a reward, right? 8 of Pentacles. This is also some very disciplined, very patient energy. Okay. Now, with the 3 of Pentacles, we don't see a lot of patience, but I feel like you're bringing patience into it. And I feel like this is really, to me, it feels like you've been focused on something that's been slow and steady. You've been working on something very carefully, very diligently. And then suddenly, bam, there's this phone call that says, hey, we're doing it today, let's go. And you're just like excited. You're like, oh yeah, we just can put our tools down and we're excited for this opportunity. Because this is maybe, with the 8 of Pentacles, it was a little bit too slow, too patient. It's become a little bit, you need a break from this, right? So I feel like this is something that's really taking your attention away from this previous project, one that was very meticulous, over to this other thing, which is just, I think it's going to be, well, Mars, right? Mars and Capricorn. It's just that, it's that mountain climb. It's just that sporting event, that activity. You're going on that big hike today. You're going on that big run. Well, this could be a business thing too. Maybe we're in this kind of slow and steady kind of, earnings, our work or whatever it is. It's just slow and steady. It's very meticulous, very focused. This is like one of those side hustles that's just like a quick bang for your buck. That's just like a really kind of, it's just going to be a really big payday, and then it's kind of going to go back to our slow and steady climb. And so this to me feels like this. It feels like a big thing, but it feels like it's kind of fast moving. Let's see what's up above everything. The star. Yeah, you feel that this is really part of your path. And in a way, the star card is kind of the idea that you are receiving so many blessings, and you're somebody that likes to share those blessings. I feel like you have a strong connection with the divine energy in your life. I feel that you look at a lot of things in life as blessings, and you try to really see that aspect of things. You try, even the challenges, even when you get that phone call and it's kind of like, well, you have to go do this really big and kind of abrupt and very kind of urgent thing. It's just a quick flash in the day, and it's pulling us away from this kind of slow and steady work that we've been doing. Maybe this is kind of the stuff that we're doing around the house. Maybe this is just you spending a Sunday, or a Thursday gardening or whatever. And then this is that really huge activity, and it's a big shift. It's a big deal to go from this kind of slow, calm, and very, very careful and very, very mellow, right? Very tranquil kind of activity to suddenly this really big push where you're just kind of, I wasn't expecting to go to the gym and power lift today, So it's a shift. It's a big shift of like the energy. We weren't expecting, right? We thought our day was going to be a little bit more like this. But you tend to look at everything as a blessing, and you really have such an amazing perspective on life. And I feel blessed that I even get to kind of see this. And it's kind of, to me, it feels like we know that everything comes from the divine. Everything is sent to us from Spirit. Right? Especially those things that feel like it's an abrupt shift like this. Something that is kind of pulling us out of our kind of tranquil, patient routine and throwing us into a little bit of a chaos. It's kind of like it's going from golf to, like Formula One racing or something. you know. It's really just it's a big shift. And I think most people don't really handle that kind of you know, it's hard to go from 0 to 100 in that kind of, in that short span of time, you know. And I don't think a lot of people can really shift gears that fast. But I feel like you're always ready. You know, it's kind of, we're sleeping with our clothes on because we're waiting to get that call where we can jump up and have some kind of novel experience. You know, in a way, this is routine, and this is that novelty. This is the call to adventure that we're always kind of ready for. And I feel like everything comes from the divine for you. So Spirit is sending this to you, and we're seeing it as a blessing. We're thankful for it. We're expressing gratitude that we get the opportunity to really push ourselves and strive and struggle and you know, charge up this mountain, whatever it is. You know, and we feel blessed. And I love that so much. What is the future? Oh, yeah. Oh, look at that. That's a jackpot. That's a jackpot. This is a spiritual pot of gold here. This is the blessing, you know, and we kind of look at the juxtaposition between the Star and the Hanged Man, and some of us can look at it like, oh gosh, this is just miserable. It's just painful. Why am I being punished by this? No, you're looking at it as a blessing, and you're thinking, I'm taking this as an Ace of Cups. I'm claiming this jackpot, whatever this is. We feel blessed just to be invited, you know, and to be offered the opportunity to participate, to be given a place on the team here, okay? So maybe you're retired, maybe this is something at work, maybe this is something at school. It's something extra, right? It's something above and beyond what your usual routine is. It's something unexpected. And a lot of people don't handle the unexpected very well, but I feel like you're looking at it like a blessing. And I feel that this is that spiritual pot of gold. This is a jackpot. And I'm very happy that this message is reaching you. We're going to select the mystery card. This is the random card from the Pamela Coleman Smith Tarot. We're going to set it down over here. We're going to put Jimbo, a.k.a. the Lizard King, a.k.a. Mr. Lizard, right there on top. We're not going to look at that card until the very end. But it will tie everything together, and it will give us the confirmation that we need. If at any point during this program you feel like you know what that card is, put your prediction in the comments down below. Now we're going to go the path of the serpent. And as we do this, I would like to ask for your subscription. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It's free, doesn't cost anything, okay? And it really helps out the channel, and I really appreciate that. Need all the help we can get these days, right? Trying to grow the channel. I want to be able to do this for a long, long time to come, you know? So I thank you, and I appreciate all of you. Leave a comment for me. Let me know how you're doing, all right? General energy, first card, Path of the Serpent. You've got the 6. Wow, 6 of Pentacles. Start with the 3, we end up with a 6. We're in this mode of teamwork. It's kind of like, even here, it's just like independent Capricorn, doing your thing, kicking butt, and then you're very easily able to switch over to this team-oriented life. Like, this is really everybody on the whitewater raft helping go down the rapids. Everybody's working together. And it's creating this success. So there's a material reward here. This is material success. And I think that you're somebody who really wants to be part of the winning team. You know, I think you're used to doing things on your own. You have maybe a very solitary life. You're just kind of very focused on what you do. But, you know, when somebody calls you, when there's an opportunity to participate in something bigger, something that kind of more inclusive, something, a larger thing, you jump at the opportunity. That's a blessing. You can't wait to go and claim that. You want to be part of the winning team. It's kind of like you're tired of just being the only one crossing the finish line, the only one getting to the top of the mountain. So now that there's an opportunity here to be part of a group, to be part of a dream team, really. I think you're jumping at the chance, you know, and it's a blessing for you. It's going to pay off. This is something materially successful. Okay, it's either going to be that big payday, or it's going to be like just a really fun experience. It's really going to be some kind of activity, some sort of work, some sort of project or something like that that really is rewarding to you. Maybe financially rewarding, but emotionally, spiritually, for sure, right? But I think that whatever this is, if it's a team sport, your team's going to win, right? If this is a business thing, yeah, you're going to have the payday from it, right? So it's kind of a spiritual jackpot, but I kind of feel that there's a financial jackpot here too. But I don't think that's really the purpose of it. I don't think this is something that, and it might be a little side hustle or something like that, or kind of a one-time kind of business transaction. This is like, if you're in sales or something, you're just kind of doing your sales day to day. It's kind of a normal routine thing. And then this is that one huge sale. Well, you're selling like a super yacht or something, right? And this is like, wow, crazy, once in a lifetime sale. And it's a blessing for you to be offered this big client, whatever this is going to be, right? Let's see a little bit more about that. We've got the Lover's card, interesting, in the position of the environment. I think the real benefit for you, what you really are enjoying about this, is the togetherness. This could be a family thing, it could be work, could be friends, whatever. It could be community, could be your kind of, your spiritual family. But I feel like it's that togetherness that you really love. That's the real jackpot, is just bonding with the people on the team, or bonding with the people in the group. It could be a study group, meditation group, a group in school. It could be a group project at university or something. It could be a research group. It could be a sports team. It could be, some sort of a competition thing. Maybe you're on like a jiu-jitsu, fight team or something. This is really that kind of a bonding experience for you, and that I think is really important. The Lover's card in the position of the environment doesn't have to be romantic love, but maybe this is that opportunity to go and do this with a particular partner. Right? It could be maybe one person we're talking about, that intimate partner. This could really be a situation that leads you to an intimate partner. It could be where this might be kind of an added benefit, or just an unexpected surprise in this situation, that you're going to really create some lasting bonds with people. Strengthen existing ones, but create some new ones. Okay? This is sometimes the card of family, sometimes the card of romance, but this is the togetherness. This is the commitment that you have to these other people. Maybe one person, maybe a group of people. Because you feel this intimate connection, it is really part of your ability, your willpower, right? That it's almost like for this person or for these people, you would do anything. You would give them the shirt right off your back, right? And these are either people that are already in your life, or you're going to be creating new friendships or relationships that are going to have that intimate quality, that are going to be those people for whom you would take your shirt right off, It's very nice. Let's keep going. I'm really, really loving this energy for you. The obstacle here. Ooh, obstacle. 10 of Pentacles, wealth, right? The obstacle of wealth. That seems like a good problem to have, if you ask me. But really the difficulty here, or really the card that you don't want, is the 10 of Pentacles, right? And so what I'm initially feeling is that you're going to have to allow yourself to be compensated for this. I think you're one of those people who tries to really refuse payment. Like let's say you're helping your friend move, and at the end of the day, you're tired and sore and sweaty and dirty and dusty. You got paper cuts and all this stuff. Your friend tries to pay you. Here, take some money, and you're the person, no, I couldn't, right? And they're saying, take it, no, I couldn't. That calls back to the Hanged Man. And to me, it feels as if that's a difficulty for you, is to allowing yourself to be compensated for something like this. I feel like you're one of those people that try to refuse the payment, and then the other person's like, just take it, and you're saying no, right? sometimes it means more to the other person for you to take it. Sometimes that refusal of a payment or something is kind of like, it's not as noble as we sometimes think. You know, it's creating a weird conflict, right? And so the Ten of Pentacles, I think, is reminding you to accept the rewards of this, that you've earned it, that you deserve it. Now, I know a lot of Capricorns out there are saying, I can hear you now, saying, I'm not going to refuse payment. Go ahead and pay me. I'll take it, you know. But I feel like you have this underlying generosity that kind of, you know, it's like, well, I'm not gonna take payment from you. Like, you're my best friend or you're my family member. I'm like, you don't have to pay me, you know. But I think you will ultimately take it because you know that it is almost disrespectful to continue pushing it away. You know, like it's like a game of jousting or chicken or something. Like, who's gonna budge first? You know, am I gonna budge and just take the payment, or is the other person gonna budge and just say, oh, okay, I'll just put it back in my pocket then, I guess, you know? So I think it's incumbent upon you to honor the other person by taking the payment. You see what I mean? Like, it's you being gracious to them by allowing them to pay you for your time. You know, I don't know that that's the situation, but I feel like the Ten of Pentacles is you accepting the kind of material reward, accepting the accolades, putting your name on the published paper, you know, taking pride in what you do and allowing yourself to be recognized for that. Yeah, and that might not always be easy for you. It's a good problem to have. Let's go final card, Path of the Serpent. The Moon. Ah, interesting. Interesting with the Moon card. Yeah, that's something else. We got a lot of majors here, interestingly. We have Hanged Man, Star, Lovers, and the Moon. We have Aquarius, Pisces, and Gemini. This is, the Moon card's interesting. I feel as if this is opening up kind of an unknown door for you. That this might actually be something that's not just a one and done kind of big one-time sale, a big shebang, and then back to your routine life. I feel like this is something that's changing the future for you, right? Now that I get this Moon card, I feel like it's really kind of directing you to an unknown place. So I don't feel like we're going back to this Eight of Pentacles, back to this routine, that it's just like, oh, we're kind of out of we're now, bang, we're going to do that, and then right back here. No, I feel like, bang, we're right there, and then something happens, and we end up in a kind of unknown future here, you know? I feel like this is creating a little bit less certainty in your life. Because we look back at the kind of yesterday's energy, Eight of Pentacles, very predictable, very familiar, very comfortable. But here, not familiar, not comfortable. It's dark, it's scary, it's a doorway through which we cannot see any light. Right? It's a black, and I'm looking over here because I've got soundproofing on my door to my studio, and it's just black. It just looks like an abyss, right? And that's what the Moon card is to me, where we can't see the future here, but that doesn't mean we're not going that way, right? And so this is maybe a turning point for you. Maybe there's a decision. Let's look at the Mystery card, because it might be a decision. Do I continue going forward on this kind of this new thing that's going on? Even though it's uncertain, it's kind of dark, kind of scary, I can't see what's on the other side. Or do I just say, thanks everybody, and go back home to where it's familiar, to where it's comfortable, you know? Maybe the Mystery card will show us. Maybe this is a question that is going to have to be resolved in its own time. I'm not going to predict this card, but I want you to try. What would you choose between these two? Moving forward into the unknown, or kind of going back to where we've been comfortable? Let's see what we have. Well, Knight of Pentacles. This is this is us looking at the future. The Knight of Pentacles, what are they looking at? They're looking at the Ten of Pentacles. Really, ultimately, this card is looking at the future and trying to see what is on the other side of the doorway. right? Essentially trying to see the Ten of Pentacles that might be up here somewhere on the other side of this, off the table somewhere, out of the frame. Yeah. What is the unknown? Trying to figure that out. But the Knight of Pentacles, it's your power card. It is your superpower. So when I say that, hey, this is a black doorway, I can't see anything, it's an abyss, right? You're saying, hold my beer. You're going to look at it and you're going to see how it's going to play out. You're going to see what the long-term consequences or implications or rewards, benefits from this path are. And that's how you're going to decide. You're not going into it blind. You can see if this aligns with your long-term goals or if this is causing a shift in your long-term goals. This card is all about the long term, the end of the week, end of the month, 5 years, 10 years, whatever it is. You can see it. I can't. I see the Moon card. But the Moon card shows the sun at the bottom. So the sun is saying that there is the possibility of illumination. And I think you're invoking this Capricorn energy that you have, this superpower of yours, to kind of see the results, see the long-term results of what you're doing right now. This is the card of karma, really. We know that every thought, word, and deed right now is creating the future, creating who I will be in the future, where I will be, and what I will be doing. 3, right? Back to the 3 of Pentacles. So you see this as an opportunity to really create maybe a different kind of fate for yourself. We have to look at the future to see if this is the path that you want to be on. Okay, I think this reading really needs to find you right now. I think that this might be a turning point for you in your destiny. Okay, we're going to do an extended reading as well. If you want to stick around, there should be a link up top. There's one down below. New readings for Capricorn every Thursday and Sunday, 6 a.m. Chicago time. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It is totally free, does not cost anything. Leave a comment. Let me know where in the world you're watching from. Also, there are a lot of scammers on Facebook, on Instagram, on TikTok. I am not in any of those places. I am not on any other social media platform right now. Don't get scammed by people trying to sell you a private reading pretending that they are me. Okay, I care about you. I don't want you to lose your hard-earned money. If I do open up private readings or if I have anything to sell you or anything to talk to you about, you'll see it and hear it here on YouTube, either in this video or in the community page, right, on my YouTube channel. So please don't give your money to anybody pretending to be me on any other social media platforms. I'm not doing private readings right now. Okay, hang on to your money. I'll let you know when they open up again. But I hate it. There are so many scammers. They're everywhere. Please don't fall for it. All right. I thank you and I love you and we're all in this together.